coming along?
The one that is due tomorrow.
Right. Assignment 3.
The one that is due tomorrow, I have not done yet. So
Okay.
I'm not sure. Sorry.
Okay. Why don't we take a look? I mean, since we, online, so. Now we have one more person. Hello, Shelby.
Hey.
Hey, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. So let's take a look assignments, since we are online.
Mm-hmm.
And let's give me just 1 second. Let me share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Looks good. All right. Can see okay, right?
See it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. All right, so this chapter is about forecasting. And the main theme of those forecasting is trying to use time series. So I think the text laid out multiple technique you can use time series, meaning, the current or future forecasting is based on previous period or old periods. So, that's what we are keep doing in this example. So first one, what we have is just few months. It's not really long data set. We have month from February to August, and sales actually happen as just like that. And again, the data set is small. It's not really valid in terms of statistical. I think you have taken statistics and all that, and one of the good assumption is you need to have at least certain amount of data set, but this is not, right? But anyway, this is the purpose of understanding, practice those technique. It's not about statistically, valid or not. So anyway, so first one, we have month, we have a number of sales that we try to forecast the future, specifically September. So it talks about, first one they talk about is NIBE approach, which is based on previous month or previous period. So nothing to do with future, nothing to do with average. Just look at previous one and just copy whatever the amount. So, NIBE approach is just very simple. The second one we have is moving average. As you can imagine, just average, right? Just add them up, divide by number of periods, number of months. And just to make it difficult, there's the formula come up from the textbook. So as you can see, just divide by number of period or number of month. Third one is what they call weighted average, okay? So they think it's not enough, average is not enough because always, one is skewed one side or the other is to the other side. So it's not really fair. So they come up with weights. So weight is given between 0 and 1, as you can imagine. So weight is given to certain variable. So in this example, where's the question? Oh, there you go. So weight's given 0.6 for August, 0.3 for July, 0.1 for June. So all you do is just multiply by the weight, right? However, it's not divided by number of month or number of period yet. And I think we thought we had it here. Let me see. I think that's something, I think I was not referring to this question. But anyway, weighted averages also can be calculated by Excel. Matter of fact, all of this can be calculated in Excel. That's something I want to show you. So this is one way to do it is in Excel function you can use. And all you do is just take the weight, multiply by whatever the amount, and you add it. Next, add it. So you keep adding. That's what they call weighted average. And that's what you're going to get. And third one is what they call exponential smoothing. Okay, meaning that we try to smooth all this up and down. Okay, that's the whole purpose of this forecasting. We're trying to minimize those curve as much as possible. You don't want to curve too sharp. Okay, you want to make it smooth as possible, so that get rid of all those randomness or something irregular changes. So that's why they introduce a little bit more. What they're trying to do is trying to take old forecast. So you need to know the old forecast amount. And there's alpha, which is another weight is given. And so that you can take actual sales, which happened in previous month, and subtract the old forecast. So it's a little bit complex, but again, this alpha is another very important indicator. So they're trying to give some emphasis or give more weights to the actual sales happened last month or previous month. So what you're doing is, for example, 19 is assumed here, right here. So the prompt says March forecast assumed as a 19, so that's why we're going to use it. Okay. Then 18 is previous number, which is 18 over here in March. So 18 minus 19, based on the formula, and you add them up. Okay, then you're going to get 18.80, which is a new forecast. Okay, for the month. Then we're going to use this for May, which is this becomes old forecast, right? So we keep using this 0.2, which is a weight. Then 15 comes from, again, previous sale, which is right here, April sale, minus old forecast again. So you keep doing it, then you're going to get 18.04. So somehow they're trying to make it easier on those up and downs as much by introducing this, especially this one, weight multiplied by previous minus old forecast, and they are getting very close if you do so. Okay, then finally in September, because the 1907 is from August, then just do that subtraction, then you're going to get 19.26. So that's the forecasting for September based on this method. Okay, so a little bit off from weighted average or just moving average, I think. Not sure how much was the moving average. I didn't get the answer here, but that one more item here to forecast this relationship is a linear relationship, a linear equation. That you heard about it probably or last semester or whenever you took it, statistics. That's one of the most important chapter, linear regression. That's one of the relationship that you can do pretty simple in regression because you got all kinds of different regression. But linear regression is simplest format because you have slope, you have intercept, right? So the A is the starting point. B is the amount of change. So as long as you found it, we can forecast what's going to come in next period, which will be, T of F. So, all these formulas are pretty complex, but we don't have to get into all that. So B is again, A is to finding the intercept, B is finding the slope. So rather than just using all that, the one way I did is, I think I need to explain a little bit in terms of when you add those formula, and you can do it actually in Word. You go to Insert, then you go to Equation. This is Equation Editor in Microsoft, in Excel, Word, PowerPoint, all those applications. Okay, so you can use it here. Most likely, it's not gonna appear from the list. Then you're gonna do. Since I'm in the formula, it doesn't show it. But if you want to create a new formula, then you're going to go Equation. You're going to click New Equation right here, so that you can type it in, New Equation, like P equals A plus whatever B X, oops. So I think this is easier than you're trying to figure it out with all, different fonts and all that. Then you can always go back. If you kind of lost the editor, then you go back by clicking it, or you just go to Insert and bring Equation back. Okay. And here's the equation option right here. Okay, as long as you're in the equation editor, it'll show all different kinds of symbol. Unicode is the code that you need to be in, so that it'll convert by itself. And it's got all kinds of different fraction, because this fraction it's not easy to show, and this is easier to read than using slash. So you can use this, or superscript or subscript can be used here, and integral, and this sigma, we can use it here. Large operator, bracket, not much. Function, I don't think we're going to use a lot, but probably later on. So you can use one of those different, options to show special characters. Okay. So that's how I come up with. It takes time, but one way you can do is you can save whatever you had. For example, I think I saved it. Where is my stuff? Go to Equation here. As you can see, I saved this one. See that? This moving average. So I saved it. So as long as you enter a new equation, then you can save it to, let's see where you can save it to. Let me bring my equation. There you go. Equation, where the save option? Equation, save. I think I just lost it, I guess. Save it. Not from here. There you go. Okay. Save as new equation. Okay, so that you can recycle for next time. So you don't have to type same equation over and over. So anyway, so linear equation. So that's the formula to find the B and A. Then come up with that. How did I come up with? And there's two ways to deal with this linear equation so that you don't have to go through all those calculations by manually. So one way to do here is, I think, do we have a question or something? We don't, okay. Is Excel. So what I did was I used, all right, sorry about that. Yeah, I think you heard it, but in terms of creating scatter chart, I think it's pretty much straightforward, you know, like highlight, go to insert, recommended chart, go to scatter, then select it. Then that's what you're going to get without the trend line, okay? So that's what you're going to get. Then you want to show those trend line, just go to, again, element, trend line, and show right away. Then you go more options so that you can show the equation. Then from here, you select display equation chart. And you can just maximize this. Right? Looks good. So that's your equation right away, right? Even though you don't have all those calculations yet, but you already know 0.5, that's the slope, 6.85, that's the intercept. Then with this table, again, you don't have to do this way. You know, you can do your own way, but you need to plug into formula to find 0.5, even though you have the equation, but you know, you need to show the steps. Okay. So that's what you get. Then in terms of tool pick, that's under data tab, data analysis. You need to insert add-ins from file, options, add-ins, right here in manage, then you click OK, then you click OK again. Then it'll give you this data analysis add-ins. Like I said, you probably hit it already in statistics or other classes. Then you're going to use the data analysis tool, regression, OK. Y is the output, so you're going to select range for Y. You're going to select X, which is the input. Select those months from February to August. Then depending on where you're going to put the current worksheets or new worksheets, okay? Then you click OK. Then this is what you're going to get. Just like your statistics, you know, output. Just like that. Then over here, what we're looking is not the regression statistics or ANOVA and all those stuff. We were looking for intercept and the coefficient for X, which is 0.5 and 16.85, so that you kind of confirm, you know, intercept and slope right away. All right. Any question about this step? Excel? Actually, since I'm in Excel, well, I think I should get out first. Stop sharing, then I'm going to reshare the other one, which is Word. There you go. There you go. Okay. Back to questions. So that was the linear equation. Then once you have the equation, you plug in because we're looking at number 8 period. So just plug in number 8 into equation, then you're going to get 20,860 for September. And question C is asking, so going through all those methods, which method is least likely? Okay, least appropriate. May not be really consistent. So you look at those numbers again. We are looking at only 7 or 8 period, which is very short. And if you remember it, regression and linear equation based on the large set of data. If you have a very small set, it's not really efficient. It may not be accurate at all. So that's the kind of downside of linear equations. I think that's kind of related to C. Okay, question number C. And also the chart, if you recall the chart was very flat. That's a very little slope, right? So that there's almost like no movement, right? And question D, you can think about question number D for this question. The second question is, I think somehow I chose 2 easy questions maybe for you guys, but just for the practice. So we have another set, which is electrical contractors data set. So what they have is number of requests for each week, but only 5 weeks again, very short. So it's just going through naive again, naive method, and moving average. So apply that. And exponential smoothing, if you recall, smoothing effect by multiplying alpha, which is between 0 to 0.5, I believe. Meaning the higher, the more confidence that you believe previous months or previous periods. So plug in. So I just made this table like that and find a new forecast. The reason I started with the week 3 is the prompt says use 24 week 2. Meaning that week 1, week 2, we don't have to calculate, right? If it was like use the 24 week 1, then you start from week 2. But since we talk about week 2's forecast, then that's how you're going to start from week 3. So you don't have to calculate week 1 and week 2. Then plug in again, then your forecasting number is 20.72 based on smoothing method. Actually, that's number 2, right? Question number 2. And there's no question 3. I think this is from 3B. That's the next assignment. But it's very much related to these questions. However, as you can see, this is a more data set. I think it's better because the 2 questions had a very short amount of data. So I think this is more interesting. But basically, the technique you're going to use is very, very much the same. Okay. However, you're going to use the linear equation first. Okay. And going through same plugin to scatter plot first. Then you find you can go through the creating tables for each of those calculations. Something like, where is it? That's in my Excel, I believe. Yeah. finding the summation for both A and B so that you can plug in two formulas. Okay. Then you come up with formula just like that, linear equation. You plug in for X depending on which period you're looking at. If it's 20, then you plug in 20. If it's 21 period, then you plug in 21. Then you get the number for the forecasting period. But C is a little bit more interesting. It's more like a algebra, linear algebra, which is pretty straightforward if you think about it. Hopefully you can tackle this problem. But if you have any questions, let me know. Basically, you're just doing algebraic expression by moving around, constant, variable, and all that, and come up with X, which is in this example, the period or week. So any question about any of those, or the materials appear in module 3?
No.
Are we good?
I don't have any questions at this point. So chapter 3 obviously is very long. So we're doing half and half, right? We're breaking up the chapter in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right, but most likely we're going to cover more from the front rather than backside. So I don't think we're going to cover everything. For example, later on we have actually this regression and linear equation is kind of second half, kind of combined. But for example, forecasting accuracy, which is, they call it like MAD, MSE, those type, it's not as much, we're going to cover. So more of, first half of the chapter.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Any other questions?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right. So sounds good. We'll see you next time then, okay?
Thank you so much, Professor Park. Have a good night.
Okay, see ya.